Hi, and welcome to our podcast, Get Your Geek On, episode 11, with your host, Xanthi and Kerstin. And today we're going to talk about being a content creator. Hi, Kerstin.
Hi.
So we're here again once a month, monthly
Hmm.
podcast. And
Yes.
today, what episode we have prepared?
Mm.
You have prepared a lot of nice questions or subjects to talk about. Let's just get right to it, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
So, yes, today we're going to talk about being content creators because we are content creators. We have YouTube channels, we play games together, we do podcasts together, we do our respective content in our channels. And it comes with a lot of like pros and cons, positive
Mm.
things, some negatives. We're not going to complain, but we're going to be
Mhm.
realistic here, right?
Yes.
So I have the very first question for you,
Mm.
Kerstin.
Yes.
Why did you become a content creator? You begin. You start.
Yes. Well, it was mostly because of you, but I did have the thoughts before that. So you were kind of like, you had these things about starting a podcast. Maybe we should do this. So I
Yes.
did have it. And it did start with, of course, that I became a member of Viking Booty. And after, because I was watching a lot of YouTube and I did enjoy the book discussions that Vaginal Fantasy, the
Mm.
book club that was the original book club, and I
That we are
kind of
members. We are the
that we are
Swedish
members
chapter.
chapter
Yes.
of,
Yes.
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 And so it's when we talked about maybe streaming our book discussions, I thought that was a really good idea, and we did it in Swedish because it is much easier because that's the language
Yeah.
we usually talk. So we did that. Now we have changed it just to try to broaden our audience. But there was a reason why we did that choice at that point. Uh,
You mean
yes,
the Swedish or the English?
the Swedish. We
We were
did,
only Swedish. I mean,
yeah, we were a Swedish
mm,
community, and we kind of wanted to be to Swedes, but of course, that is a bit restricting.
because
But
we
we
have
did
some
it.
members, the girls that have joined
Mm,
that they're not from Sweden. So
yeah, yeah,
Finland, for instance. So
yes. So,
yes, we want to
but it
include them.
also was
Mm.
because it's, yes, it's our native language, and we, maybe not yours then, but
No, but I
but
adapt.
most of yeah, but most of us, it is, and it's easy. We are more used to talk Swedish, so
It's easy, as you
therefore,
yes, in your native like language, yes, mother tongue,
yes.
of course.
So we
Mm.
did that,
Mhm.
and I thought it was really fun. But then I don't know, because I'm not sure YouTube had some kind, like YouTube Air or something. They had some kind of plugin, or I'm not sure about that because I wasn't the one that streamed it. But this
In the
was
beginning, we were
yeah, they
using
had,
Hangouts,
yes, we were
Google
using
Hang. Yes,
Hangouts, but we did it through YouTube, but it wasn't as YouTube is today.
right. Air. Yeah, it
It was
was.
something Air.
Yeah.
But then that stopped, and also Linnea, who was the one who was streaming, her computer blew up or something. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
But she had some computer problems.
Technicalities.
Yes, so
Yes.
she had some computer problems. So
Mm.
she felt, I don't have the computer that needs
Mm.
to stream. So we kind of stopped doing that, and we also started the Viking Booty YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and I wanted to create something on there. That was
Mhm.
my first thoughts that I wanted to do. And of course, now we do the monthly, like we call them hangouts or book discussions. But at the beginning, we only had the old ones kind of like linked to that because it was actually Linnea who streamed them on her channel.
Mhm.
So we yeah, like we didn't get to it to stream again. um, but I did have thoughts about doing that, but also doing something myself about uh, I wanted to do some kind of podcast or interviews about
That is what
fantasy
I remembered.
and
Yes.
sci-fi in
Yes.
Sweden and Swedish books and the
Hmm.
culture about, because I feel it's not really a small community, I don't think. I
Hmm.
think we are a lot more than it seems, but it feels like more like it's not what Sweden produces in books and films mainly, because we are very big in crime,
Yes.
and that's what
Mm.
the publisher knows, that that works. So it's harder for authors in fantasy.
For in our fantasy and science
Yeah,
fiction and in the romance genre, and
yeah.
yes,
So
those
that's what I
things that we
wanted to do.
like.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
wanted to do something like that, but I didn't really know how to begin. And then you kind of come to me. It was quite a time after that. You have been, I don't know, when did you start to
I
participate?
started my YouTube channel. Well, I have had a YouTube channel for years, which I don't remember. Another one that
Mm,
many years ago you had subscribed to it, and I was posting once every whenever some video games, like some play games. Um, but then it was 2018, I think, in 2018 that I made the channel that I am now, the
mm,
Xanthi S, where I said, okay, now I will do like some serious content.
mm,
Um, so I focused on that channel. So yeah, and
mm.
then after I don't know when was it? Was it a year ago?
Yeah.
But yes,
No,
I mean
not
we
really.
were.
It was the first Get Your Geek On was in November 2021. So
It is a
yes,
year
it
almost.
is a year,
Yes,
almost a year.
yeah,
Yes,
almost a yes, yes. We have been in contact, of course, through
yes, of
the
course.
Viking booty, but then it was like,
Yeah, but you did your thing, and I was kind of just thinking about it, but didn't really
yeah,
know how to begin. And that was also because I didn't have any knowledge how to stream. But then also you told me, but there is this restream that's really easy to do,
yes.
and that was my save, because I
Mm.
didn't know anything about. Uh, Sorry, I forgot the name. What is it you
The
use? The
OBS,
OBS, yes. I didn't
yeah.
know anything about that.
Mm.
And it's probably not that hard to learn if I really just get into it. But this, I think
Restream is
Restream
easier.
is very easy. And
Yes,
of course, it has some problems, but mostly see that with Minecraft. Minecraft and
they don't
and
go well
Restream
to
don't,
no.
no, they don't
They
mix
don't like each
together.
other.
No. So that's the
Mm,
only thing
mm.
that maybe, otherwise I think it's great.
It is,
I
yes. Mm.
I don't see any need to do something else. So a shout out to Restream.
Yes, yes. And it is actually something important when it comes to content creation. It's important to do something that one feels comfortable and to
Yeah.
be able to keep doing that and not
Mm,
try to do with OBS or something else that, oh, gets stuck, I don't know what to do, and, drops it and quits it.
mm,
So, Restream, perfect.
perfect. Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's why I become a content creator. And then because I was, firstly, I just, oh, I want to do something with Wike and Booty. So I
Mm,
only streamed on Wike and Booty at the beginning.
mm,
But then I talked with my with the other members, or well, one member, but anyway,
mm,
that maybe it's, if, because I wanted to do my own stuff, and then it feels like, well, maybe that shouldn't be on the Viking Booty
mm,
channel, because it has to be something about Viking Booty. So
mm,
then I felt okay, so I started my own channel. Of course, I had a channel before, but I didn't. Uh, I mean, I have my own YouTube that I watch with
mm.
my
Yes,
own
that,
name.
yeah, that,
Yeah,
yes,
but I didn't I didn't post anything on that. So
that. Mm.
now I created the name Cutie because I want to play retro games. And that's,
And
I
you
don't know why
do,
we
yes.
talked about that, but it was just like an idea I had, that I wanted to like
We
play
had,
fab, my most favorite
yes,
games.
because we had an episode, I think, that we were
Mm,
talking about games of our like older years, like from the 90s, 80s, 90s, how we
yeah,
grew up. And you got
yeah,
the
yeah. I
inspiration.
think that was it. Actually, we
Yeah.
talked about the old days,
Mm,
and I was like, oh, I kind
mm,
of want to play that again. uh, and just see how
Have
it felt,
fun.
and
Yes.
have fun with it. Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I have so much trouble, especially with the audio, but it doesn't. But I have learned. Actually, I have learned so much since the beginning. And I think I do evolve, and I do
Yes.
create better content. Then I have this problem that me and my husband shares the same room, and that's not something I can
It's
do
not a big.
something about it, but it's not that big deal.
No, I think it works great, and it's true. You have developed from the first moment we sat here together, your first time in camera, up to
Mm,
now. Huge development, and it is a learning process all the
yes,
time.
yes.
Yes, and one
So
becomes more confident in the camera. You know how to speak and stuff like that. Yes,
yeah, and also how to prepare for it. I think I do checklists and stuff, but that's all. That's
yes,
me. I have that personality, but it works really good for me.
yes. I try to sometimes, but yeah, I'm more chaotic. Yeah, yes.
But that's
Mm.
also a bit of your charm. So I think that's okay too. You don't have to be. It's just
I
I am a structured person. So
Yes, and that's how you should act and do and express it on your content.
mm,
I mean, we shouldn't try to be something we're not. I mean, that
mm,
is one of the most common advice. Be who we are. The
mm,
structure we have, the structure one and the chaotic one.
mm.
What is it? Chaotic. Am I?
Yeah,
Chaotic neutral,
chaotic and
and you are,
order.
and
I'm order.
yes, you are order. Yes,
So we're like the longest journey then.
exactly, exactly. Mm,
Yes.
yes.
So how about you? Why did you did talk a little bit about it, but why? What was it that? Why did you
Yes,
wanted to do
I
it?
have talked about it also in other like blog videos. Yes, I so YouTube. I consume a lot of content on YouTube, and I was admiring the vloggers, the podcasters, and I felt like I want to be part of this world also. And years ago I was working, I'm still working, I do websites, build websites, and I
Mm,
have this idea, okay, if I am a freelancer, I was thinking of using YouTube as a marketing way for
mm,
me to promote my services by doing, like, make tutorials,
mm,
so to show what I can, and hopefully to get some, awareness and whatnot. And
mm,
I did that, I have done that. But in the process I realized that, okay, I want to be part of the YouTube world. This is something that I have in my head, the tutorials to do. But of course, I have done so many more things. It's not only tutorials. I'm doing geeky things. I do vlogs. I do gaming stuff. It's like
mm,
it has become. It's my creative
mm,
outlet.
mm,
And yeah, I don't want to cover everything, all of the questions that we have. Let's take it
mm,
order by order. I don't want to jump ahead. But yeah, my main reason was that I wanted to be part of this YouTube content creation world. I had a
mm.
need in me. Like, yes, that's why I'm doing it and
Yeah.
try to
Now
have
I kind
fun
of
with it.
got a
Mm.
question, even if it's not on
Mm.
the in the paper
Okay,
here. But
yes.
how did you get to know these other content creators that have a community with it in on Gilded, for example? How did you get into that
Yes. So I don't really
community?
remember exactly why, but I realized, no, I was watching some like YouTubers. I wanted to be confident, in the camera, and, to try to enter into the YouTube world. And one of those suggestions and suggestions to do is, do live stream, because you get engagement, you get people, maybe not from the first live stream,
Mm,
but it's a good way to engage with an audience. And I was like, okay, live stream, yes, I want to do that, I want to do. And so it was this free workshop from a company that they had a Facebook group, that they were
mm,
doing 30 days of a live streaming in a private group to get
mm,
you going in a safe place. And from there, from that company,
mm,
uh, David Foster, that he's streaming. He's our coach, mentor. He was a
So
part
it
of
was,
that.
so was
It,
it like a course, or how did
it was a
you
course, yes.
enter? Yeah, okay.
It
Did
was a
you
course that,
pay for it?
no, it was a free. It was a free
Mm,
course. They have some paid courses, but that one was free. And at the time, David Foster was part of that company that did that. Then he went solo, and
mm,
I continue watching him and his live streams about coaching and helping us to learn how to do that. And from his community, I learned, I get to know other people from there, the people that we are on Gilded,
mm,
all of us aspiring content creators, you know. So yeah. And from that Facebook group
yeah.
before that.
I didn't check my checklist today, so I didn't
Okay.
turn off my phone.
Okay.
That's on that list.
That's okay. Mm. So that's how we met.
Okay.
Yes.
And I just sneaked in there like
Well, I
within.
knew you from before, so I just dragged you in
Yeah.
into
I'm,
the
I'm
whole
very happy, and
situation.
I feel
Yes.
included.
Yes, of course. And they are very helpful. And, it's
Definitely.
like
Mm,
whoever wants to start creating content, come join us.
mm,
It's fun.
yeah.
And let's go to the next question
Yeah.
because, as you are the structure one, you have written some nice questions. So, geek content creations,
Mm,
creators or creations. I mean,
mm.
our main subject is geek
Geek.
stuff. We are
Yeah.
geeks. And where does it stand in this era of social media? Kerstin, very interesting question.
Yeah, I was just
But
thinking about it because, like, anyone can create content today,
mhm,
and it can be like it can be tutorials from makeup tutorials that's very popular,
mhm.
and you can have all different well, all the interest you can have. You
Like
can,
lifestyle vlogs about
yeah,
fashion and
everything.
makeup.
It's
Yes.
very, I mean, you have, because it feels like you have different corners here in the market. But geek
Yes.
definitely is bigger today than maybe it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
Marvel has been really big, and also, I mean, Lord of the Rings film. I mean, Lord of the Rings. Those who knew that before the movies, they were not considered interesting
No, it's like,
to
whoa,
society.
it's a
It was
geek.
like,
That's just a geek.
uh,
Yeah. Like,
those like
exactly.
you played D&D in your
Yes.
kind of closet rooms, and
Mm,
now you can watch D&D sessions on
I do. Yes.
YouTube. Yes, me
And I love
too.
it.
Yes,
Yes. Mm,
and board games, everything, and that's open up a lot for me because that's what I'm interested in. That's what I'm mostly watching on
mm,
YouTube. So I do think it does have a really big market, but I
mhm.
don't know if it is the biggest. Because I
I don't.
also,
Oh, yeah. That's an interesting. I don't think so.
no, I don't think so. But I don't have any statistics
No,
about
but
it. But it's just a feeling that,
mm,
yes, okay, gaming, I guess, is really big, but that's just because there's so many games, and of course you
mm.
can do, people are interested in watching play games, but
No,
not
video games.
the,
Yes.
yeah, but maybe that also is to people that are gamers, because if I talk to people who are not gamers, they just don't understand
I
the
know.
world at
I
all.
know.
So I know we are different. There's so many different
Mm.
variety on YouTube and other platforms as well. So I was just kind of, where do we fit in this little world? And
Exactly where.
we
Yes.
and how do we reach people? I don't know, but I don't really care that much. I just think it's fun to have just a few that watch our videos and hope get something from it. And we'll see. Maybe we will grow, but I'm not really in for getting the big audience.
No,
I
but
don't
they're
think
like a
so.
small group of, a small community of few people like we
Mm,
interact and chat. And yes, that is a very lovely idea,
yeah.
yes. But yeah. Mm.
So I was just thinking a little bit
And no, it's
because
good. And it's true what you said that
mm,
20 years ago, it was not like that. I mean, we didn't have an outlet like that,
no.
YouTube and, to connect with each other and follow channels that, oh my
Mm,
god, look, they're doing like Felicia Day for me.
mm,
She's the queen of the geeks. Hello. She
mm,
has made the book club. She has made the
mm,
guild, the web series, and Geek and Sandry, the channel. I
mm,
mean, only from that channel
yeah.
we had a lot of content, and I haven't watched everything, but
Mm,
and from there, many similar have
mm,
appeared. So if you
yes.
were a geek in like 2010ish or 12, 13, I don't know exactly the year, but in that era and forward, you have
Mm,
a place
yeah.
to fit in. Yes,
Yes.
it's a good point.
Mm,
If we take the next question, then I
mm.
guess, what's a content creator to you? Thursday.
Yeah, I was just yeah,
Is there a
just
definition?
yeah.
Mm.
Probably not, because if you just create content, you are a content creator. But I think you have to have some kind of meaning what you do. I
Mhm.
don't know, you don't just put out videos. I know there are those people who do those kind of mystical, what do you say, like
What?
weird, these weird videos that the people in masks, they just talk rubbish. You've
They
not seen that?
no.
And then they don't know where
You're
it comes from. They just stand there and talk like weird stuff. And
Is
there
it some
are
sort of
also,
art?
I don't know, it's just to freak people out, I think.
Okay. Okay.
And there are also other kind of, there are so weird YouTube content out
Yes.
there
Well, there
that
that that there
I
is.
don't
Yes.
really feel like there's no point to it, but people still see it. So I guess that's a content creator, but I don't understand the content. I do feel you have to have some, I mean, why, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
just
no. Yes. I mean, and if I repeat to say, not repeat, like, yes, say
mm,
what I have been listening in other experts what to say. It's like on YouTube, you either want to be educational or entertaining.
mm, yeah.
And I mean, we hope we are entertaining. That's what we
Yeah.
aim for, at least. So yeah,
I was
it's
just
those.
thinking about all those stuff my kid watches. And
Oh my god, yes.
yeah, yeah.
My son also, like, sometimes it's like, what are you
But I
watching?
mean,
Like, yeah.
yeah, but like the worst thing I've seen
Mm.
is, in is it GTA? No, Grand Theft Auto
Grand Theft
5.
Auto,
You
GTA
can,
5, yes.
yeah, GTA, yeah, exactly.
Mm.
You can mod that somehow and put
Mm.
in other people
Mm.
in that AI, and somehow, and they sort of put in kind of like cute creatures like from Disney or Toy Story or anything, and just dropping people from high heights and like screaming, and she can watch that for,
For hours. Or
yeah.
and,
And I know that's, well, I was thinking, okay, this may not, but I don't think she understands even what she sees. But that's the thing, why do people do that? There are so many
mhm.
pointless creations, and also some things I feel that they hate parents. Those people who put this on the YouTube hate parents. I actually believe that. There is one song that she, if that comes up, she loves that song. Yes, but there's a song that called the chicken song.
Mhm.
That's just, like,
Chicken song.
but
Oh
it's
my god.
some kind of disco, like the worst. The worst.
I like the frog. What is it, like the
Yeah,
frog? Oh my god. Yeah.
yes, but this is worse than the frog. And they do this like 10 hours of it, and I don't feel that's content creating. I don't I feel
No,
that's
I
just
agree.
trash.
This is just a way because they know small kids like repeated noises. I know,
Yeah.
like from when my son, when he was smaller, it was like,
Mm,
yeah. So they know what works in that target group. So
mm.
they're just doing it for the views.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. And I know I don't say we should forbid it. I'm not that. I
No,
just
no, it's
think
just
it's not
annoying.
really, it's just annoying. Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Exactly.
not content creation as we mean it or as you,
No,
yeah.
no, because do think that if you are a content creator, you do need to have some kind of interest or something that you want to share
Mm,
somehow. And you don't have to show your face, but I do believe you need to,
mm,
I don't know, engage somehow. But I guess sometimes I've seen other videos also that my
mm.
kid is watching, just people like putting toys together. And sometimes you don't even see them put them together. They just open the box with a toy and then it's done.
Yes,
And
I
then it's
know.
some weird music going on. And I
I
just
know.
don't understand that.
I know. I have been there. It for a period. It was like just unboxing and
Hmm?
some silly music, and just
Exactly.
playing with the toy for like, and not even like, okay, playing or just showing the toy,
Yeah, showing the toy.
like
Yeah, exactly.
yellow car,
Mm.
red car
But
coming.
that's
Or
a little bit, but that's
that's a bit educational.
optional. Yeah,
Yes.
that's okay, I think. But I just saw, because
But they
I
were also those that they were not really educational, just like, yeah,
yeah.
stupid. Like, I
So I do feel, but I've seen other that do things with kids that's really really good. Uh, that kind of uses, like, we have some things called babblarna in Sweden that it's
yes,
just
yes.
a very, it
Those are
has like,
educational.
it's educational, but this is not the ones who made babblarna, but they're, this is our it's just a family that makes like little videos when they play
With Bablana.
with
Ah,
bablana. Yeah,
yes.
and they do
And
it in a way that feel like they are creating something with
it
it.
is kind of
It's
like a
something.
story, a very
Yeah.
simple but
Yeah.
story. Like, yeah, oh, here is like Baba, and he's going to meet with Didi, and they're going to
Mm,
have cake, something like it.
yeah.
Yes,
And that's, I think that
that's okay.
that's good content
Mm.
for kids. But if you just talk generally, sorry, we are going into kids.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
we
yeah,
are
yeah.
moms.
We are moms, yes. So yes, we have a lot to say about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
yeah, so I do feel that it's some of you that comes out of your content creations. That's what I believe is a content creator. You give
Yes.
something of you, something that you love. And
Mm.
even if you do something, I mean, I do let's play on retro games, and I know
Mm-hmm.
there's millions of people that do this,
Mm.
but this is something I love, and they have to see it with me. That's the
Yes,
difference
from
with,
your perspective, through
yeah.
you.
And even
Yes,
if, and I know I don't, I no one knows who I am, but it doesn't matter
we
if
do. We
I,
know you.
yeah, 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 I know, but I
I
know
know.
I
I know.
can't,
Mm.
I don't, but maybe I do have found some
Mm.
fans, but
You
some that
have some
actually come
friends, people
back.
that are coming. Yes, to
Yeah, but
watch.
not but I mean not only from people that know you.
Hmm.
I mean, I've gathered some
From
little
YouTube.
group
Yeah,
from
yeah.
myself that just likes, I don't know, my
Gaming.
content.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, likes
Yeah.
gaming, but also probably seen this a million times before. So the only difference with it is my presentation of it.
And it has its own like charm.
Yeah,
So you are
and I
going
hope
to
so.
attract, yes.
Mm,
And I wanted to say something about that. That I was watching yesterday a video by Devin Nash. I don't know if you know him. He has a channel. He talks about, he has an
I do,
agency. You might know the name. You might have seen
I know
him.
the name, but I can't remember
He
what
talks
it
a
was.
lot about streaming and content creators, and he has an agency where he's marketing, he's promoting big content creators, like big
Mm,
streamers. you know. So he knows a few things. So yesterday he released something. It was a video. I won't go into much details, but it was like why your videos suck, or why you don't get, why no one is watching your videos, something like that. And he said that he has worked with many streamers, youtubers, many, and with the successful ones, the thing they have in common, now I'm paraphrasing, is that they don't do it for the views, they don't
Mm.
do it for the money, they don't start the channel to get the views, to get money, which I know many who start YouTube channels, including me, have thought of it. Like, oh my God, wouldn't be cool? Like, if I made money from it, of course. I mean, at some point, I would say it would be hypocritical to say, to not admit that I have thought about it. But anyway,
Mm.
what he said is that they don't care about that, but they really have a passion to do what they like. So they don't care, they just do passionately
Mm.
what they're interested in. So
Yeah.
that is a good advice, I guess.
Mm.
Just do what you like.
And that's
Mm.
basically what I think the definition of a content
Correct.
creator is.
Yes. So we're getting inspirational here and motivational. I like it. Yes.
Yes.
So we go to the next
Mm?
pros and cons.
Yes. You did
uh,
found some articles about it.
yes. Well, the
Yeah.
pros is what we have already talked. Like it's something we like to do.
Mm.
It's a creative outlet.
Mm.
We create content. I get now. I don't exactly remember all of the article what it said, but for me,
Mm.
it's like it's kind of rewarding. My soul feels rewarded when I
Mm.
create a video that I
Yes.
filmed or streamed and did some
Exactly.
edit, and I enjoyed doing that. I got
Mm.
tired probably in the editing. You keep that for later.
Mm.
But when I published it, even though it got 5 or 10 or 20 views,
Mm.
I felt happy and
Yeah.
like,
I can
I
if I
created something. Mm,
I get a little bit sad when other content creators, just because they are big, that they like, oh, look at the views, and like laugh at that. And I was like, okay, I don't know what the story was behind that, if that guy had say if that was a troll or something. I don't know.
probably. I mean,
Probably,
that's
yeah.
mean to talk like that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter much to
yes.
me either if I don't. I just wish if I just get a few views, and I don't know exactly what the views mean, because do you get the view if they watch 1 second of it?
No, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay.
It counts as a view. Yes.
Mm.
Uh, but I mean, the pros is what we have talked about up to now in this
Mm.
episode, like all the things we enjoy doing. We like geek. We
Mm.
want to talk about geek, and
Yeah.
uh, in that article that I read, it's like, okay, you have the potential to make an impact. Maybe we're not
Mm.
that big yet to
No.
make an
It
impact.
says
Mm,
actually, it feels like more if you really want to do this as a one, what do you say, a full-time job.
mm,
It, like the first, like they had like a quick summarize, and that's starting a YouTube channel pros. Being a YouTuber is fun. You can
mhm.
make a lot of money. Starting a YouTube channel is free. You might get
Yes,
famous because of YouTube. YouTube could lead to new opportunities. YouTube is a
true,
platform to express yourself.
true.
You can build a large community of subscribers. YouTube works around your schedule. You have
Yes,
complete creative control. You can make an impact on others.
yes.
But it still feels, uh, well, I guess that's when you put it that in the shorts, that can be for everyone. But I guess you can build a large community of subscribers. But I don't need a large community to feel that I succeeded. If I have a community of 10 people that
Yes.
just love my content and come back
Mm,
and to watch my live streams and kind of
mm,
engage with me. I mean,
true.
that's all I need.
Yes.
That's what I get energy of.
And yes, energy, and it's so fun when we do live streams.
Mm.
The interaction with the chat, that is so fun. That it's always fun, even if it's one
Mm.
person or two. I mean, it doesn't have to be hundred or thousands. a few
No.
people. It's a cool discussion.
Hmm.
I agree. I
And
just want to yes, sorry.
now I just wanted to add that because when you get really large community, you can't even read what is said in the chat.
No, exactly. True.
So I think that it loses its
Mm.
um, what do you say? It
It's
loses the
charm.
fun, its
The
charm.
fun.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
the fun. Mm. Mm. And yeah. Yeah, and we're streaming
Mm,
also. We do
mm,
recorded podcast, but we stream
mm,
also, and yeah, it's fun
mm.
to stream and interact with the viewers.
Yes,
So,
but
mm,
otherwise, it is perfect. Like it, you if you we talk about YouTube now, it works around your schedule. Of
it
course,
does.
if you doesn't put on out uh, create videos, of
Mm.
course you're not gonna grow as fast. But
Well,
that's up to you. I mean, if
yes.
you don't really feel that getting, you just have to get uh,
Now we're
videos
getting
out.
into okay.
Yeah, now
Now,
we're getting into the
I mean, if
cons. Yeah,
someone wants
yeah.
to do that as a job, they have to see it from a
Mm,
different perspective. Okay, a
mm,
bit more strategic, but to have fun and
yeah.
grow having fun, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, because the cons are being a YouTuber is hard. You might
Yes.
not make any money,
Yes.
and I don't really feel like that's not
We're
why
not
I'm doing
making
this.
any money
No,
from that.
but I have a job, so that's not
Yes.
why I'm doing this.
Mm,
This is just for fun. Starting a YouTube channel is time consuming, and that's
mm.
also, yeah, it is, but only as much as you want it to be.
True.
And so
Mm.
you might get no privacy because of YouTube, and
It's
that's
also
true.
up to
Maybe
you.
that's, yeah, but it also, that's maybe the one thing that I am a little bit worried about, because it also said here in that you need to have a thick skin, and I
Mm.
don't. I am really scared about trolls, and I can be very lightly affected. I mean, just see me playing WoW
Yes.
or League of Legends, and people are mean in the chat, and I'm like, I'm out of here.
I know. I know exactly what you mean, and I have tried to work a lot on that.
Mhm,
It's a mindset. It's like one of the big like YouTubers that I'm watching. He was
mm,
saying Gary Vaynerchuk. He said, "I you shouldn't stop like your dream of becoming a YouTuber. Let's say just because." Idiot 23 had the bad day and came to your chat and said, "Oh, you suck," because you have one negative comment, but you might have 10 positive. Don't let one
mm,
troll define what you want to do. And that
mm,
actually helped me to exactly. And I have had
mm,
some weirdos coming into the chat. And you know what I did? Delete. Just,
mm.
but it gets
I only
it
had
gets you.
one, and that was someone I knew, and I knew exactly why he was weird. So I didn't.
Okay. That's it.
That was on
Okay.
the Viking booty.
Okay. Okay.
But Ebba was like, "Who is this guy?" And I was like, afterwards, but I know him. He's probably very drunk, and just ignore him. He doesn't know.
Okay. Exactly. And ignore is the best thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
trolls and how it can affect, may or may not affect. I mean, even the big celebrities with thickest skin, they might admit
Mm.
at some point that, okay, it gets to you, or.
Yeah, and that's what I
Mm.
kind of scared about. But
We will work on that. I will help you.
mm,
We will help each other
we
to,
get I get
yeah.
over to Gilded with some therapy.
Yes,
Get some
exactly.
therapy.
Yes.
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 Yeah, and then like we said, okay, sorry,
The
the
cons,
next one,
yes.
YouTube could lead to stress and burnout. And yes, it does, because that we talked about, that
Mm-hmm.
let out that you get energy, that's
Mm-hmm.
dopamine,
Mm-hmm.
and dopamine leads actually to burnout. People, we talked about this, and I was on a presentation about the workplace, and
Because you
like,
work in the health sector.
yes, but this was
Mm.
for all kind of workplaces, but
Ah, okay.
it was to us secretaries in medicine
Mhm.
secretary. but it could work at every part. And she was very good at explaining that you have like three parts. The one is the stress part, that is uh, that's adrenaline
Mm-hmm.
mostly, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the fight and flight
Yes, yes,
part.
yes.
And then we have the dopamine, that is the energy, that's when we get creative. And
Mm-hmm.
then we have uh, the relaxation. Don't remember the
The
this
scientific name of it,
no,
that
not
doesn't
the,
matter.
I don't, not the substance the brain
Okay.
releases when you
Mm.
relax. But most people think that is
Is it
the
serotonin? Could it
yeah,
be? No,
it wasn't actually, but serotonin is one part of it, but that was not what it said.
that's
I
nothing.
don't
Okay,
remember what it
doesn't
was.
matter. Okay, go on. Mm.
I might put it in a comment later.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
but it was very interesting. But most people thinks it's the adrenaline, the stress,
Mm-hmm.
that burns out people, but it's actually dopamine, because dopamine makes you just go on and doesn't really, you feel like you're really doing good. Of course you
Mm.
do, but you need to take, no, I need to
You
take
get
a break
excited that
now.
you don't want to stop because you
Yeah,
enjoy doing that. Yes.
exactly. And
Mm.
that's what burns out people, when you get
Mm.
completely, of course it could be the other one, but that's what's mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And those people that are very creative, they are also maybe very outputting of themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
that's also energy draining. To, you want to help people, you want to do that, you want to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
just can't focus, and you don't take breaks, because you need to take breaks. Whatever
That
you do.
is, yes, very interesting. I didn't know that. It's a very nice explanation. I mean, yeah,
Mm.
great insight
So
and
everyone
logic.
needs
Makes
to,
sense.
yeah. So even if you do something that you love, you still need to take breaks.
So take breaks. Take breaks.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So that's
What?
just,
Yes.
of course it can
Mm,
lead to stress and burnout, but that's how
yes.
much you put into it. If you don't feel like streaming, then don't.
True. Correct. Yes. And one con, I don't know if it's a con, but we have talked about it, that
Mm,
it's time management. It is time consuming. So for
mm,
us, I mean, we agreed that, okay, once a month is what our capabilities are. I don't know if it's a con, but sometimes even with our schedule doesn't allow us to do what we want to
mm,
do. So maybe it's not a real, like a real disadvantage or a con, but it's something that it's an issue.
mm,
It's an issue, let's say that. Yeah, it is. It requires time, but prioritize your health, your family, and
mm.
your main source of income, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm. Yes. Okay. Yes, we can
Mm.
go to.
Yes, I just want to take the other ones
Yes,
because it's kind
please.
of interesting.
Yes.
So, expressing yourself on YouTube could get you
Oh.
fired. And that's more of a society problem to me, because if, of course, if I talk bad about my employer, of course that could make me fired. But to
I wouldn't take
express,
that on YouTube.
no, exactly, who does that?
Yes.
But I believe that in some countries you might actually get fired for not having the right opinion, and that's
Get
that's just
cancelled.
a,
Yeah.
that's a society problem, and not a streaming not a content creation problem to me, because that's just weird.
I agree.
Mm,
Because, yes, maybe it's because someone might go on YouTube and say an opinion. If
mm,
people don't get like react and get angry, like and tweet, "Oh my God, your employer said that. What are you going to
mm,
do? Fire him," on Twitter. A
mm.
lot of people like, then, it's like, mm,
Yeah,
it's a whole canceling thing that I think
yeah,
sometimes it gets too much.
yeah, that's,
Mm,
well, it's part of our society.
yes,
uh,
I agree.
yes, you can
Mm,
start to feel isolated and lonely, and that's if you only do this. That's what it's talk about here. If you have this as a
yes.
job and you don't
Mm,
meet other people,
That is true, and I have heard that from many YouTubers that they said it's a lonely job, especially if it's a one-person team that
Mm,
they haven't grown enough to have people, to
no.
socialize. But yeah, because I guess if you do it as a main your job and you
Mm,
are dependent on an income from YouTube, the ads, the
mm,
sponsorships, and you have to do that, and
mm,
yeah, and it's all the things, the time consuming and editing and whatever. Yeah, yeah, it's true. I agree, of course.
mm.
Yeah. Mm.
Subscribers want you to upload constantly, and that's what we're talking about. Yes, that
Mm.
that's what comes with a bigger community. So that's
Mm.
why I don't want that, because that's not what I'm doing this. I'm doing this for fun. And
Yes.
I'm not gonna put out more content than I want to do. And of course, because it said somewhere in this article that you shouldn't just put out content that's for you. Uh,
I dis- w- we
yeah.
disagree, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because, well, okay, I don't get a big community or a
Mm.
lots of views, but that shouldn't stop you. That if you,
Mm.
except for those who put out chicken song, those people.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Mm.
uh, but if you do something that, yeah, this is, I think this is fun, and if no one else does, so what?
Exactly.
Just
Yeah, so what? Correct. Yes, just upload it. Do it for your own sake.
yeah.
Mm.
That's, but of course, if you, that's why, but they are talking about how you get big on YouTube.
Yeah.
So of
Yeah.
course, no, you,
Mm.
then you have to probably give up some things, because okay, this content doesn't work, I need to go
Mm.
on another
Mm.
way. So that's
Yes,
it.
I agree. That's
uh,
how it
uh,
is. Mm.
yes, and then the last two, you don't own the platform and haters will try to bring you down.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one is, as you said, uh, it's up to
mm,
you how much you allow them to bring you down.
mm,
Well, society also. I mean, it maybe it comes together
mm,
with a whole society thing.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so,
Mm.
mostly actually. And you don't own the platform. Well, the only thing I can see with that it's
Mm.
also about cancel culture. If YouTube cancel you or demonetize you because not
Well,
have,
well, if it's copyrights for music, okay,
yeah, that's one thing.
that's
But I
yeah.
know they, uh, if we talk about
Is
friends
that
of ours, that
yeah?
was, they said a word and they got banned. They didn't bring
Mm.
in the context of the subject. They just said a word that wasn't
Mm.
allowed, and the YouTube channel got banned for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that thing with the channel with YouTube and like banning or like giving strikes, that is something that I don't know exactly how it works, but I cannot say it doesn't work flawlessly. They have made
No.
mistakes, I guess. But what I suspect, maybe there's another angle to that a
Mm,
statement that you don't own the platform. I guess in the long run, what happens if YouTube tomorrow stops to exist?
yeah.
Also, that's also
Mm,
so
of
take backups
course.
of your videos.
Yeah,
Save
actually, I
them.
have not done that, because where should I store it? It takes so much space.
Oh yeah, because you stream from Restream and
Yeah.
yeah, and when you edit it, you don't save it.
Some of it I have, but some of it
Mm.
actually got rid of because
Takes
it
space. Yeah.
takes a
I,
lot of space. I
mm.
do have two discs, so I still have space, but I feel it's just,
Yeah, videos take a lot of space. Yes.
yes. So
Mm.
maybe have a cloud, but that can also be a problem. Well, that's another
Mm.
discussion
That's a
for another.
different
So
another
yeah,
day. Yes.
yeah,
Do we move forward? What else
yeah.
do we have? Yeah.
Just about having kids and
Oh yes.
live
S-
streaming and well,
Family.
because family. And as you said, of course, you said you should put your family first, and I try to. Uh, that's the good thing, that you can YouTube works after your schedule, and I'm trying to do these live streams or recordings when my kid are not at home, because I feel that works the best,
Mm,
because I need to focus here, and I can't really do that when my kid is home.
yes.
But
And
I
I guess,
do it
yes.
when we do it with Grimskull on the weekends. But he knows that we sometimes just have to leave.
It's easier with
Eh,
a group of people so that
yeah.
someone has your back if you have to go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Mm,
and then he just changes the screen and be alone for a bit. So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay, but it's kind of different. It's a very chaotic
Mm.
stream sometimes when we just
Yeah.
someone
I,
screams or
yeah, you
whatever.
hear background noise. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
My son also screams in the background, but I agree with you. When I do most of my content is when he's asleep,
Mm,
when my son is asleep or he's away,
mm,
not in the house, because I guess every parents can relate to that if
mm.
they are doing what we're doing and their parents. You
Yeah.
have to find the quiet time. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And also maybe you don't want the kid to be in the stream.
No.
It did happen once at Grimskull's stream, and I didn't really feel like it's a problem, but it's not really what I want. I don't want
Yeah,
her to be in there.
I know. I get also protective because my son has also appeared in one of our streams, and I
Mm,
got panic and I closed it because I don't want him to be
mm,
here for his own sake. He's too
mm,
young. You know, they're kids. We need to protect them for that.
mm,
So if he's older and he understands what it is,
mm.
it-
But it also I kind of like. Uh, it's very wholesome also to see streamers or YouTubers that sometimes interacts with their kids on the streams. So I kind of like to watch that, but it's more like that she hasn't decided that if she want to be
mm,
on a live stream. So
yeah, it's a thin line. I guess it's
mm,
yeah. Mm,
yeah.
depends how it is done.
Mm.
Yes,
I don't know if that's a con, but it's kind of just a struggle.
it is a struggle.
You
Yes,
can't really be that kind a big content creator when you have family, I think. I,
unless you don't have a job and you just stay home when everyone else is at work or at
yeah, I
school.
guess so. And
Yes.
I do know streamers, and they have this as a work, as a job,
Mm,
but that probably happened because of other people who didn't have a job, and they didn't not have a job, but didn't have a family that had the time to do
mm.
all the other stuff to get this community, because then you kind of just ride on the success.
Yes, because if you don't have family or you come
Mm,
home from work, then you have the whole
yeah.
afternoon, evening
Mm,
if you want to focus. Um, if you
yeah.
don't have any other obligations. But yeah, yes. Do we go to YouTube versus Twitch
Mm,
or other
sure.
platforms? What is
Mm,
your platform of choice, or what do you think about those? What is your
yeah.
take?
Well, I my platform of choice is YouTube, because that's where I watch
Mm,
content, and I haven't really understand much about Twitch,
mm,
so that's why I think it feels like it is another kind of world. And I like YouTube because it saves there, and you can rewatch it,
mm,
and you don't have to have a schedule. I guess you don't have you need to have a schedule on Twitch either, but they kind of want you to.
mm,
Feels
mm,
like they're pushing
mm.
towards that. So
True.
I only do Twitch just because I can through Restream, and I also started a Facebook page, but I don't manage that page at
Mm,
all, because
mm,
I'm not interested on that. It's just I can do it, so I do it, but I don't think no one is watching there. But anyway, it's
mm.
just there. Mm, so yeah. So definitely YouTube for me, and
Yes.
I like the YouTube Studio. It's very easy to use,
Mm,
and the only thing I don't like, that you can make playlists, so that
mhm.
helps me a bit because I like to organize. But still, the videos are always going to be disorganized, and that's a
You
bit
can
I
drag
don't
and
like.
drop to if you mean playlists.
Yeah, in the playlist, yes, but not the
Ah, but
videos.
the
The
original
videos,
part. Oh
they
yeah,
come at how you publish them,
yeah, yeah.
and that makes me a bit. I want to
Mm.
organize them.
Yeah, you
That's the
cannot.
only thing I don't like.
Yeah. Mm.
I wish I could categorize up them somehow, and I can that with the playlists. But I don't know. I don't like watching the chaos in
Yeah, you would
in
want to
the
have the possibility to drag and drop them in a certain
exactly.
way. Yeah, I know. But yeah, oh, that doesn't work like that. Yeah.
No.
I agree. I like YouTube, even though tweets. I have a weird relationship with tweets because I understand how it works. Well, not 100%,
Mm,
uh, but and I like its features.
mm,
The chat is. I think it's more fun the chat there,
mm,
and I have streamed there, and there are periods when like, okay, I'm gonna stream now only on Twitch, but then I drop it. And I mean, my reality is the more and more I am a content creator, I end up on YouTube because this is
mm,
feels more home,
mm,
kind of. Yeah. And yeah, I'm happy also with YouTube. I used Facebook for a while. I was streaming there. I was following the
mm,
advice of David Foster at the time, which
mm,
it had potential. And Facebook at the time wanted to promote the whole so-called new experience of Facebook pages.
mm.
And I was
Yeah.
waiting for that, waiting. It never came. It came after a year for my page. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's YouTube that my
Mm.
heart tells me to be. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I go on YouTube. Yeah, it has
Mm.
everything.
You
Uh,
also have a web page.
yes, well, I have a web page because I like websites in general because
Mm,
I do that as a living for a living. I build
mm,
WordPress websites. So I figured, okay, I need the website to have my links, my social media where people can come and read more. And I
mm,
post our podcasts there as well.
mm,
So
mm,
I just want a home
mm.
for those things as well. But
Yeah.
it's YouTube. Yeah. Mm.
One, what do you say, problem with YouTube is if especially if you're watching on your phone, that it's very grainy to watch it on YouTube, on the YouTube app. The
Yeah, Twitch
stream.
has a better quality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know
Mm.
why that is, because if we watch the video later, it's okay. But if you watch on the live stream, it's
Oh.
really grainy. So, and that's when Twitch is much better.
But that is true. That is true.
Mm. But
Yeah.
I think that's not problem if you're watching on your computer. I have not seen the same problem
Mm.
there. It's much clearer. It's on your phone app.
Mm. Well, I haven't
Mm.
noticed the some. Well, yeah, it is not the same quality. I agree. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
And also, like we, that's uh, if we stream in restream, we get
Mm.
the chat from all platforms. But the problem is that
Yes.
the viewers don't see each other's.
No.
Uh,
Correct.
so that's also a problem with it.
Mm. If you multi-stream, yeah, into different. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm. So, seriously, we have covered many different, I don't know, aspects of the content creation. And I really liked our discussion so far. I mean, it has
Mm,
been very interesting. And I mean, and I feel like I have to say that also part of me being content creator is, as I said also in the beginning, I was admiring other YouTubers.
mm,
And I felt like, oh my God, it's so cool what they're doing. I want to do it as well. But
mm,
not in a jealousy kind of way. Like I got inspired.
mm.
So did you feel like
Yeah,
that
and
also?
I maybe not inspired like that, more like I really like YouTube. I
Mm,
watch YouTube more than I watch Twitch or any other streaming. uh,
true. I can,
I
yes,
just
me
love
too.
YouTube, even if
Yeah.
sometimes I just get into rabbit holes of just weird
Yeah.
videos. But I
Yeah.
I like it because sometimes I don't want to get like involved. What do you say? Like when you
Try.
watch uh, a series, you kind of you have to commit to it. You know, you have to see it, and then sometimes it's just
You have to
sometimes I
continue
just
seeing it and you cannot
yeah.
stop. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Mm,
But so on YouTube, you can just watch these short videos, and I
mm,
just like doing that
mm,
a lot.
yeah.
So I just like YouTube as a streaming platform.
Yes. So, do you have
So
any favorite YouTubers
I
since you love the
I
platform?
yes, I do. Maybe not. That's gonna be because that's something we should talk about next time.
Definitely. Yes, let's do that.
Yes,
Mm,
because I don't think we have the same kind of favorite
no, we
YouTubers.
don't.
So that's it's very interesting.
Mm, okay, then it's booked. Next
Yep,
episode, we're gonna talk about our favorite YouTubers. Let's see where how we end up, what we end up saying.
about that. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So stay
Yeah.
tuned,
Yes.
or
Stay
what you say.
tuned. Yeah, stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening and watching us, and thank you, Kerstin, for your. I really enjoyed your insights and your opinion and your thoughts
Same,
about it.
same.
Yes.
So please like, subscribe, please leave a comment,
Hmm.
and also
And
follow us. Yeah.
follow us on Twitter. If you're listening the podcast, our handles is at XSYRAKOU, mine, and at Nemi, cutie with
You.
cutie,
Mm,
NEMIQT. You can find us on, well, it's in the description also. So you will
mm,
find us. Follow us on Twitter, where we announce upcoming shows. So,
mm,
yes, thank you and
mm.
see you on the next one.
Yes.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.